Joey Katz. Today we will be screening another student film, a student filmmaker, Madhura Berman. Oh, okay, never mind. Are we starting again? All right, we're live. And hi, everybody. It's PTV for you. All right, I'm Joey Katz, and welcome to another episode of Film Talk Fridays on Mondays. Today we will have, as every week, we will have a student filmmaker come here and talk about their film. Today we have Madhura Berman with her film The Spectacle. And before we screen the film, I would just like to address the glitch elephant in the room. Last week, for those who were watching the live stream, there were some audio problems, and we didn't get to record the episode. For those who missed it, you can't actually watch it. Sorry, but we will hopefully in the future be able to do like a redoing of the interview with the director Sam Gorman. So stay tuned for that in the future. So without further ado, here is Madhura Berman's film, The Spectacle. Yeah.
We're good?
We're good.
Are we wait?
That was god-awful. Don't do that again. That's not my choreography. I'm teaching that for you to just mess around. Stop. Do it. You're working on things. Watch me.
you like the spectacle, because we're going to talk for about 15 minutes with the director and writer.
Yes.
Okay. Madhura Berman. Madhura, thank you very much for joining me
No problem.
on this.
Pleased to be here.
All right, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Love
so,
to be here.
It's a popular show. It's sweeping the nation.
It's fun. It's
yeah. So my first question. So when I was watching the film, it seemed like very personal.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering, like, is this based on an experience you had? So, like, was the film based on something that you experienced with, whether like filmmaking or something like that?
Well, I never like slapped anybody in the face before.
Yeah.
Not teachers. No, okay. I never slapped anybody in the face before. But it's definitely like something I've like sort of realized while I was making the film, that I like actually was sort of passive in the past when it came to like my work. Like I was never confident about it or anything. So like making this, I didn't really think it was coming from myself, but after I made it, I was like, wait, I kind of did that. I was just sort of like, you know, screw you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my work. I'll take your criticism and I'll use it, but at the end of the day, if I'm happy about it, then that's all that matters.
Cool. So you realized it wasn't something that you set out to. It wasn't like a statement, I guess, you were
Yeah.
trying to make on yourself at the beginning, but as you were making the film,
Yeah.
you sort of realized that it was about. I mean, I'm not going to say like it's about you.
No,
but I mean, like
yeah.
it's something that means something to you.
Yeah, no, while I was making it, I love different types of art and mixing them. I love dance. If I like had another life, I would like to be a dancer, but like that's the last thing I could ever do. So I wanted to do something with that and mix it with like drawing. But yeah, no, I never really set out to be like, this is about me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it. No, I was
Right.
never like that at all.
Huh. Well, like one of the big things, like thematically, that at least I noticed, I don't know if I'm right, but was that the movie's about like artistic expression, and that art shouldn't have a definition or like conform to a certain way. Because like you see the dancers, they walk in the line, and it's like I mean, like there are the parallels between the drawer or the girl who's drawing and the dancer. But I was wondering, is that what your movie is about, like artistic expression and non-conformity?
Yeah, it definitely is. It's about like how art. I mean, everyone knows art doesn't have to be a specific thing. There's no formula.
Yeah.
But this was definitely to like really show that like you can talk about how art isn't like a conformity or anything. Like you don't have to do art this way. Art can be weird. Art can be anything.
Yeah.
And I definitely wanted to show that you can also like mix arts in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to show.
All right, cool. Well, that leads into my next question. So, do you believe, I'm guessing you're going to say yes, because you basically sort of answered it, but do you believe that like all artists, regardless of their field, share similar experiences?
Yeah, I think every artist experiences someone who puts them down, which can be a good thing. Like sometimes you need that to kind of really just show what you're made of, to really bring out your own craft. But in this case, you're going to meet people who are like mean and are going to put you down in a bad way and not help your confidence. And you really just have to like find it in yourself to overcome that, which is kind of like where I wanted to bring it. Not to just have someone tell you, oh, you're going to run into people like that and they're going to be mean. But why not? Why do you have to deal with it?
Yeah.
Unless it's like good criticism.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like being a director, I mean, like, I'm just the host. I'm just the cinema studies student. But I feel like being a director is one of the most stressful things, like, ever. Like, you have so much to deal with, and on top of that, you have people criticizing you, like, relentlessly. I mean, I'm a cinema studies major, so I'm probably going to end up being the guy who is criticizing your stuff.
You can criticize.
Thankfully, luckily I liked this film, so I mean, like, I don't have...
Hey, if you have something to say, you can say it to me. It's okay.
I hated it.
Good. There we go.
That's it for tonight.
That's it. We're done.
But I was just wondering, like, how do you deal with like have you like dealt with that sort of like amount of criticism? How do you like deal with that sort of thing?
Well, for this film, I definitely I think everyone in my grade, like we all have to make freshman films our freshman year, and definitely everyone experienced some sort of like really hard criticism where we were just like, I'm done with filmmaking, I'm gonna become like a realtor or something. We're definitely all just like, we're done with filmmaking. But you definitely experience that with every film you make. You're not gonna make the perfect thing with your first cut. You're gonna have to keep getting that criticism. As long as it doesn't, as long as it forwards your film, it really is good. But you have to get used to the fact that you're gonna get like really harsh, like rip your film apart criticism. Once you kind of get used to that, it kind of becomes a formality. But definitely with this film, there was a lot of stuff that people didn't like, and there was a lot of stuff I had to take out. And something that I actually wanted to end up doing was halfway through making the film, I didn't want to do it anymore, and I wrote a whole new script and everything, and I was like, I had a month left till my screening, and I was like, I'm doing a whole new film, like totally different.
Wow.
And then I talked to my teacher, and she was really just like so adamant about me sticking with this. And I kind of parallel it sort of to my film, like sticking with like your art, and how the characters, like no matter how hard like the project or the craft can be, just stick with it. And I definitely learned that like with my like film. So I reshot a lot of it, and it came out to this, which I'm happy with.
It's really good.
Thanks.
So what was is there like a lost Madhura Berman film?
Okay, well,
in like your drawer somewhere?
In this whole film, I made it very over the top because I was going to have an animated sequence in it.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
a huge, like, I have it all done. It took me like 40 hours.
Wow.
And I showed it to my class, and I'm happy you guys did this if you're watching, but like I put it in and they did not like it, which I totally understand now. It would have like made the story more confusing, but I was like obsessed with it. I was like, I can't even draw, but I did this, so I was very proud of it. But no matter how hard you work on something, if it doesn't work for the story, if it doesn't work, you just gotta scrap it. But yeah, there is that, and there was a whole other script and a whole other thing that's lost.
All right.
But
we'll screen it some other time. So it was like the main criticism from like the criticism that like helped you like complete the film. Was it from students or was it mainly professors?
Students.
All right.
For sure. I mean, my professor definitely helped. Like she gave great criticism and everything and helped me and throughout the whole thing. But really, when you screen your film, like your first cut in front of your class, they're the ones who really like give you like one-on-one, or not one-on-one, but like they give you the real deal.
50 on one.
Yeah, 50 on one, 50 versus one. But no, they really just like don't hold back.
Cool.
Which is good.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So the name of the film is A Spectacle.
Yeah.
What? I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, what does the title, The Spectacle, mean to you as a filmmaker? And like, are there different meanings? Is there like a filmmaker meaning, and is there like a meaning that you want the audience to have?
Well, my filmmaker meaning, I just wanted the spectacle to mean like on a first level, just like this artist watching these dancers do their thing, and that was like her spectacle watching them. And then another way, like a lower, deeper way, I wanted it to be the spectacle of watching this artist go through her change and like slapping her or hitting her.
Everyone likes that. That's the best part.
Yeah, that slap, I usually get like a laugh or two. They're like, oh god, okay. But yeah, definitely that was like the spectacle for me, was like seeing her change.
Cool.
Definitely.
I was wondering, did you choreograph that? I don't know. You said you wanted to be a dancer. I don't know.
No. Oh god. If you saw me dance, it would be like the most hideous thing. But no, I actually had my friend Rachel Chabot, she goes to Purchase, and my friend Haley Fish, who was the main dancer in the film. Okay. Who goes to NYU, they choreograph.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's really cool. Because it's like, wow, it's really professional.
Yeah.
I didn't know she knew how to choreograph.
No, that's not me.
Well,
that's my friends.
I was wondering, how do you when you screen this film, and have you shown this film multiple times?
Yeah, I did my screening last year. I actually just showed it to the new freshman film class.
All right, cool.
A couple days ago.
Look at what you can do.
Yeah, look at what you can do. Purchase College. No.
There are people like that.
I know. There are.
Yeah. It's come from the cinema studies guy.
It's okay. It's okay. You guys are like better than us. You guys are better than us.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
All those people.
Believe in yourself, cinema studies. Believe.
I don't want to cause a riot here, but I feel like a lot of cinema studies people are like film school rejects.
No, it's okay.
You have a hard-hitting truth
you never
here.
know. You can go anywhere. Film conservatory, we could become like car washers.
You could be a dancer.
Yeah. Cinema studies, you guys can go win Academy Awards. It's okay. You never know what'll happen.
Dude, Black Swan. I don't know.
I know, okay, wait, everyone always says my film is like Black Swan.
Because there's dancing?
Yeah, because there's dancing and Black Swan was filmed here. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
But,
You can take it.
so, I was wondering, so like, when you screen this film, even multiple times,
Mm-hmm.
what did you want the audience to come out of the film like feeling? What was like, was there like a specific like emotion or way of thinking?
Well, I definitely wanted people to like, not to be like super inspirational, like it was kind of inspirational, but I don't want to be like, I'm here to inspire people. I just kind of want people to just go out and realize like, if they're unhappy in a situation, just get out of it.
Yeah.
Like, you always have a way out, just
Yeah.
do it, like, and no matter, unless it like hurts people or something, but if it betters your life, why not do it?
Yeah, just don't kill
Be
people.
happy. Yeah, don't kill people,
Don't kill people.
and don't slap your bosses, please. Do not
Unless
try.
it's for dramatic effect.
Yes, dramatic
That
effect is
works.
good.
That's always fun. You'll get a
Yeah.
few laughs. So yeah, like it's just like a hopeful, inspirational message.
Yeah.
Cool. Because like I really like the ending, which
Yeah.
is like standing right outside the door. I just picture just her just
Just going at him.
killing
Just
the
going
guy.
at
Like,
him.
oh my god.
Why don't you think I didn't show it? That's
I don't know,
We could
maybe.
film the ending.
It was the post-credit sequence.
We didn't air that. We didn't.
Oh my god. So I guess this ties into that whole idea of the inspirational or hopeful message of the film. So I'm like wondering, do you believe that filmmakers have like a responsibility to culture? This is a heavy question.
Here we go.
These are the hard questions.
This is what
but
we're
like,
for.
so like to change how people perceive art or like the way the world is around them.
Yeah. I definitely think we have a responsibility. Like, no matter who you are, you definitely have a responsibility as a filmmaker to show audiences a different way of looking at things, because I think watching films is a total thing in everybody's life.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone who hasn't seen a movie?
I don't know if they've been born yet.
Okay, well, who's the age of
Yeah, right,
or something. But yeah,
Yeah.
like I definitely think filmmakers can get across like anything they want, and it can be showed to a
Yeah.
bunch of people. And we have the ability to show it through like life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing like you can make it interpretive, but you can make it like super realistic, where it's like you have actors and here's the idea, and I want to show you this.
Yeah,
And it's
totally.
not like a painting. Not that paintings aren't cool, but
Yeah.
it's up to interpretation.
You heard it here first. Madhura Berman hates paintings.
Oh my god. But no, yeah, I just think it's super important that we like respect and don't take advantage of the fact that we have that ability.
Yeah,
to show.
definitely. Because like movies as a medium are a total like a global.
Yeah.
There's a global community.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, like that. Just like that is an experience that everyone can share.
Yeah.
Like I saw this movie.
And I'm like,
Like-
I saw that.
Yeah, and like let's change the world.
Yeah. No, I definitely
We
think.
both saw the Avengers.
Oh my god. It's gonna become superheroes.
But yeah, so I guess this goes with the whole theme of the movie and just like struggle with art and stuff. Like I'm just wondering, as an artist, when you're writing and directing, you usually write and direct.
Mhm,
All right. Is it harder to start the film or to like keep going? Because I know you mentioned like during the middle of doing the spectacle, you're like, oh, I'm gonna give up and stop it. But like, is it harder to like make the base
Okay.
for the film, or just to like push past
That's a good
like,
question.
the walls?
Never thought about that. That's actually a really good question.
Thank you.
He's a good host. You guys should keep him.
Yeah.
No, I think it's definitely harder to start than to keep going, because starting, you could like think of something great. You're like whole day. You're like, I'm inspired. I got this great idea. Next day, you're like, I lost it. I don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just like you could totally lose it and you won't even care anymore.
Yeah.
But with like keep going, you can like switch like the way you shoot it, who you have in the film, and just freshen it up. Like
Yeah.
add in like you could add, take away stuff.
Yeah.
But once you have the basis, I think it's a lot easier to keep going.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So I was wondering like, what were your I guess I'm gonna ask this like every show because I mean it's a good question and it's like anyone can answer. Like what was your influence? Like what was your main influence? Either like from life or from like other directors or stuff. Like who were like your main influences for the film?
For this film, I wasn't really referencing or really influenced by any big filmmakers. Like I have a lot that are like my role models, but for this film, I kind of just wanted to. The thing that really pops in my head is just having art like mixed as
Yeah,
one, different
yeah.
types of art.
Yeah.
Especially with like filming two different types, like the drawing and the dancing.
Yeah.
I've always been interested in like any form of art and
Yeah.
just how you can express yourself through just movement. I always thought that was so beautiful.
Yeah.
But no, there wasn't anybody particular for this movie that I was like, I want to emulate.
All right, cool. I just want to bring up, there's this one scene, I guess it goes along with the non-conformity thing. I might be looking too much into it.
No.
But, because I mean, cinema studies.
I mean, filmmaking.
Oh, come on, yeah. But there's a scene during the dancing scene where like the main dancer, she's doing the dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's doing the dance.
She's doing the dance. But the song, it ends on like this dissonant note.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so not crazy.
No, you're
All
not
right.
crazy. Wait, that was in there? No,
No,
you're not crazy.
but cool. I'm glad I caught it. I didn't know if that was like, but that was a purposeful
Yeah.
thing, and it goes like with the non-conformity thing. Right? So I think that was really cool.
Yeah, it's supposed to show that like nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
Even if you do overcome something, like your life's not going to be
Yeah.
perfect and everything. It's still going to be like there's still going to be things, but at least you've conquered one thing and you'll learn from it.
Yeah.
And that just kind of represented like the thing that they were both going through.
Yeah, and I think the thing like about art in any field is that there have always been people that are like, art is this. Like there is an idea of perfect art. Like you'll see, like I'm gonna throw down some cinema studies knowledge, but like
Right.
I mean like there's stuff like in the early 1910s or whatever. I think like Edison tried to like,
Yeah.
because Edison's a douchebag. That's what I've learned throughout every course I've ever taken, just anywhere in school. Just like I learned that Edison is a douchebag every time. But like people have tried to like standardize film, or people try to. There's like schools of art that try to teach you this, and like it's the thing I like about this film is that I mean like it shows that like it shows those people, like those teachers, like there's a guy, the teacher at the beginning, and the guy who gets slapped at the end.
Yeah.
But like there are always going to be these people that have this idea that art needs to be perfect.
Right.
And like I think the idea of perfect art is the art that isn't
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Like that's the best stuff. Like I mean like abstract stuff is better, is like equal on the same playing field as like mainstream stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, what are your thoughts?
I definitely agree with you. I feel like if you come out of a film really feeling something, good or bad, even if you didn't feel like you liked it, as long as you feel something,
Yeah.
and the intention of the director was for you to feel like that, not like, oh, just feel anything, they'll feel something. No, if the director actually...
None of a movie feels something.
that's a good like
Yeah.
t-shirt.
Yeah, right? I like it.
No, but if like a director wants you to feel a certain way, and if a director wants you to feel a certain way, and you end up feeling that way by the end of the film, then I feel like they've done their job. And I know they don't want you to go out there and be like, I hope they don't like my film.
Yeah.
But I feel like if
I bet there are people that are like, I'm going to be subversive. People are going to like it on purpose.
Oh god, there are definitely people like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
That's for another show.
yeah, that's a whole another thing. But yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. Perfection is not in art. You definitely can. It's up for interpretation, and interpreting is not perfection. You know?
Yeah, totally. And I guess on that note, that's a good note to leave it on. A dissonant note, like in the spectacle.
Like in the spectacle.
Directed by Madhura Berman. I'd like to thank you guys all for tuning in. Make sure to tune in next week at 9, same time, same channel, when we have another student filmmaker, student film. We'll be sitting down and chatting, having a gay old time. I'll actually have water in this. And hope to see you guys soon. Have a good night. Ew.